course of the article titled Integration of Digital Technology and Educational Planning for Teaching and Learning Religion in Higher Education Institutions. The research was conducted during the 2 academic semesters from autumn to spring semester 2020-2021, while here in Greece, all educational institutions nationwide were closed in order to contain the spread of the COVID-19 virus. The instructional design was developed for the needs of the students of the Faculty of Social Theology and the Study of Religion of the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens for the course of religious education. The students participating in different e-learning environments were trained on subjects such as the instructional design, the learning models, the strategies, not only for the physical classroom environment, but also in digital environment. Our previous research was conducted between 2008 and 2018 to investigate the effectiveness of such online learning for teachers' training needs, both here in Greece and the European Union, related to the effectiveness of online education teachers' attitude towards it. Our education research program focuses on a key question: what is the potential of online learning, and how can online learning be as effective as in-person classes? According to the existing literature, different learning theories, teaching models, and tools investigate specific aspects of learning, while the reality has shown us that the students actually learn in a different way. We initially hypothesized that a single learning theory or just a single teaching way, either synchronous or asynchronous or a blending model, satisfy unilaterally the learning needs of individuals or groups of learners. Consequently, there is need for a synthesis. Synthesis is a Greek word, having a holistic approach learning process. Synthesis as a Greek word is defined as the combination of components to form a connected whole. So the proposed learning model was based on the major concepts and theories of learning, such as behaviorism, cognitive psychology, constructivism, social constructivism, while the deployment of networking learning was based on connectivism. The combination of the most important learning theories and the different digital technologies and environments led us designing a learning model which suggests a holistic approach named synthesis. Synthesis, as an abbreviation, S stands for student-centered learning, as students are placed at the center of the learning process. Y stands for Y-axis, as knowledge is gained gradually and linear flow. N for networking, the assignments are organized across student network paths. T for transfer, knowledge is transferred not only into the human network, but also outside to the wider environment. H for hands-on, knowledge is not only theoretical, but instead it's gained through workshop practice. E for experimental, it depends on the principles of learning by doing. S for scaffolding, there are progressive steps to move towards greater understanding and increased independence in the learning process. I for intrinsic, students are involved in the learning process because it's either fun or enjoyable. And S for social skills and generally openness are promoted. We were based on the KEMS instructional design model, the interrelated nature of its components, and more specific, the 9 core elements of the model are considered to be interdependent rather than singular or independent. Depending on the process, a number of stages can be addressed simultaneously, and some design stages may not even be required. Due to the interrelation between the components, the design process becomes cyclical, open to ongoing revisions and adjustments amongst the elements, in order to finally achieve the design best suited to the desired learning outcomes of the course. Now, the structural elements are, first of all, the educational problem. There is a need to understand in practice the definition of instructional design in a digital environment. The target group, our target group was third-year university students of our faculty. The goal and the purpose is the utilization of the potentials provided by technology for the development of 21st century skills, such as the integration of technology, the collaboration, problem-solving skills, etc. The main objective was the students to learn how to use the teaching models, how to apply them, and how to deploy digital tools in modern learning theories. The activities analysis, activities which have been developed specifically to give the students an opportunity to apply what they have learned. And finally, the didactic strategies, which are the strategies reflecting on content, processes, or products. The implementation tools we used were three: Cisco WebEx, OpenClass, and Moodle. We integrated these three tools in remote classrooms. WebEx is a synchronous tool used for meeting, sharing, and collaborating. We used WebEx as a virtual meeting platform, allowing instructors and students to communicate and collaborate through the use of audio, video, or content sharing. Each faculty member uses his or her own personal meeting room, and the classroom is actually taken outside the classroom. Online sessions allow the teachers to present live and online classroom, to host office hours, to create breakout sessions and meeting spaces. WebEx mainly integrates the cognitive learning theory. We also used OpenClass, CMS. OpenClass e-learning platform is an open source course management system. It is offered here in Greece by the Greek academic network GUNet to support the distance learning services using either a web browser or a mobile application. OpenClass supports the electronic management, storage, and presentation of teaching materials, translating the limitations of conventional teaching in space or time, and creating the necessary conditions for a dynamic learning environment. eClass integrates the behaviorism learning theory. And finally, we used the Moodle as a learning management system, an LMS, to support the asynchronous collaborative environment that both students and teachers build together. It's a web-based application that allows the creation, distribution, and management of courses over the internet. By using Moodle to teach fosters a social constructivist approach to teaching and learning. Here is a series of screenshots of our implementation, showing a welcome message, the links for the rules, the platform guide, the workspaces, the forums, etc. Students use this environment. Now, as far as the evaluation is concerned, we expect to shed light on the effective use of digital technology applied in the university during the COVID-19 pandemic. The data were extracted from anonymous questionnaire, from observation, and from a typical semester course instructor evaluation you use at our faculty. And the items addressed regarding the material, the assignments, the relationships between instructors and students, and the time management. According to the research results, which were based on 30 open-ended and closed-ended questions, the students responded in the following. The teaching material was very attractive and useful by 78%. The assignments were a combination of both theory and practice by 91%. Instructor to students and students to students relationships were enhanced by 86%. Time management was an issue, 65% mentioned it. Students would sign in similar courses by 94%, and finally students would recommend others to choose similar based courses by 93%. This is a typical semester course instructor evaluation. It's online at the official webpage of our faculty. Students using their private username and passwords sign in and answer some questions. The questions are based on a 5-point Likert scale from N1 the lowest to 5 the highest, and then descriptive analysis is applied and you now see the mean values of each question. So, undergraduate students from the first semester attending this optional course of religious education were significantly increased by 100%. Postgraduate students attending the same course were increased by 250%. The transition to a digital environment for the courses related to religious education won the first prize award nationwide for the stage of higher education here in Greece, organized by the Scientific Association for the Promotion of Educational Innovation. As far as future work and limitations, we plan to introduce a new course in the curriculum of the Faculty of Social Theology and the Study of Religion, named Religious Education and Distance Learning. And we plan to develop a network consisted of researchers sharing similar interests for setting up more experimental applications and have the chance to create a good practice database. The only limitation was that the Moodle platform is currently not supported as a digital service from our university network operations center. Thank you for your attention. We wish a speedy end to this pandemic and speedy recovery to all individuals with this serious disease.